Hi everyone. Today we will discuss about Unit 3, the classroom management. We have not covered this topic in initial days. So today we will cover this topic, that is classroom management. Classroom management, this unit contains concepts based on what we previously studied, like teaching methods and clinical teaching and other basic concept regarding teachings, that all the concepts will applied, and the based on that we will understand the classroom management. So let us start. Introduction. Teaching is about changing a behavior, and learning is essential for teaching to occur. To ensure effective learning, to teaching become effective, classroom environment should be suitable and conducive. So effective instruction and management are closely connected. That's why it is very important. Without effective classroom management, it is not possible for effective teaching. That's why the proper management of class is very important to keep the classroom for effective teaching purpose and students to achieve their success. Only when the classroom is well managed, then only it is meaningful for teaching, learning, and positive teacher-student relationship will take place. That's why the management part is very important to manage the different kinds of issues, different kinds of behavior done by students. So, to effective management will leads to the effective teaching learning process in the classroom. So why classroom management is important? Because it affects adversely learning environment in your classroom and thereby pupils learning achievements. If any disturbances happens, if due to improper management while taking class, it will affects the learning environment of classroom, and it will also affect the learning achievements by the students. Therefore always we have to take interested in to reduce or eliminate the undesirable behaviors happened in the classroom. So this is because you want to generate classroom and environment which facilitates pupils effective learning. So in order to reduce the eliminate these undesirable behaviors and to promote positive behaviors in classroom, it is very important to classroom should be well managed. This management comes by certain kinds of management skills, that is classroom management skills. So many teachers use the combinations like rewards and punishment to achieve this environment, the classroom environment. So when the student behaves good, then giving the rewards. When the students doing something bad, then the punishment will be given. So still this type of behavior is also, some studies showing that this type of rewards and punishment type of method is also sometimes not working. It is not improving the classroom environment, or it will not able to singly, it is not able to uh, control the classroom environment. Therefore it is important to know the other techniques and theories, what are the other concepts and management strategies of classroom management is very important for the teachers. That's why the classroom management topic has given in the this syllabus. So the basic concept regarding how to manage, how to handle the classroom, how to clear the disputes or any mishaps happening in the classroom, everything the teacher should know, and he is prepared for the any that side to control the that side, that type of situation in the classroom. So dimensions of classroom management. Classroom management refers to the actions and strategies teachers to maintain order in the classroom. The classroom management meaning is the certain actions and strategies taken by the teachers to maintain the order in the classroom. What is the order? Order means students are performing their activities within the acceptable limits, the action necessary for that particular classroom event to be successful. So that's why order means the particular orders, the particular manner the students will behave in the acceptable limits. Then the classroom will be become successful. That is the order. For going in orderly manner, the classroom management should be there. Classroom management is the action teacher take to establish and sustain an environment that fosters the students' achievement in the academic space as well as their social, emotional, and moral growth. Not only in the classroom, only, even though their social, emotional, and moral growth, also this classroom management strategy will helpful for the student. That kind of effect will be there uh, on the student with their social, emotional, and moral growth. So that type of management we should be done on the classroom. Then different kinds of theories are there to maintain or manage the classroom, that are called classroom management theories. Some of theories, lot number of theories are there, but in that the certain theories I have mentioning here. Mm, First one is behavior management theory proposed by B.F. Skinner, lesson management theory, uh, assertive discipline, choice theory, and student directed learning, orchestron, uh, proposed by the Piri Dellenberg. So different kinds of theories are there. We will not going in detail about these theories. Just we will know what are the concept of these theories, what are the highlights of these theories by one or two line. So first one is behavioristic theory. This theory focuses on compensating the students' undesirable behavior with adequate rewards and punishment and as when required. The focus should be shifted from paying too much attention to bad behavior to positive reinforcements by acknowledgement with rewards. So this theory tells that the behavior of student, any undesirable behavior with behavior of student in the classroom should be uh, taken like that. If good behavior is there, we have to given rewards. If bad behavior is there, then we have to given punishment. But the new focus of this theory is also emphasizing that always you look for the good behavior of the student and give the rewards and give the positive reinforcement that affect the students. When they are done bad behavior, they should uh, feel that we have missed some rewards and some uh, something good for them. So that's why always focus on the positive behavior and give the positive reinforcement. From that, the students themselves they will not go for bad behavior because they are feeling like that we are missing some rewards and awards. So that's why this theory tells that focus on good behaviors and positive reinforcement and giving the awards. Then humanistic theory, this theory tells that the theory focus on the holistic development of a learner, including the emotional well-being. Here, teacher is to expected to find out the root cause of the student's ill behavior or failure or resolve it instead of punishing or scolding the student. Why the student is behaving like this or this ill behavior? What is the root cause for that? The teacher should find out the root cause and find the solution to that root cause. Here, humanistic theory, it suggests that you should not punish or you should not scold the students. You should find out the reason behind the that ill behavior of the student, and you are give solution. You should give solution to that particular problem. So, or even sometimes you can change the environment, classroom environment as well as for the benefit of student. But don't give the or don't harm the or don't scold, don't punish the student. This theory will tell that because any student is behaving improperly means some reasons are there. So you have to find out that reasons and you have to solve that problem. This according to this theory. Then democratic theory. This theory is a telling democratic aspect. That is, when you are setting a rules and regulations for a particular classroom, you have to enable students also decide the reason behind the rules. You have incorporate students also while framing the rules and regulations. Then the students are also feel they are also become interested in what is being taught in the classroom, or they are also involved while framing the rules and regulation. That makes the classroom management very easy, and the students is also feel that they are also part of the that uh, uh, management system, and they also feel the empowered, and it will give the self respect to all the students. So while framing the rules and regulation, students also part of that committee or that rules and regulation framework system. So this is the democratic theory. So sometimes the certain rules and regulations, if they are not students are not accepting that type of conditions regulation, then we may think of that type of certain rules and regulations. So in the perspective of learners also we should see. That's why this democratic theory will explain. Theory is explaining that the student should part of the this rules and regulation forming committee. Then psychoanalytic theory. This theory is based on the unconscious thoughts or perceptions of the learners. The majorly this psychoanalytic theory is a part of psychology, studying the psyche or personality and any personality related problems, finding the solution for that personality related problems. So when we are applying that psychoanalytic theory in the this classroom to understand the learner's behavior, certain concepts we are taken from the this psychoanalytic theory. This theory focuses on the uh, why the student will behave like this. Studying of their psychology, their psyche, why the students will behave, their thoughts and perception. We learn, we know according to this psychoanalytic theory. According to this, there are primarily four types of motivation in this theory that identifies as a misbehavior. Why students or learners misbehave in the classroom? They are attention, power, revenge, and inadequacy. These four uh, points, these four things they have identified why the misbehavior will conducted by the learners because of attention. Attention means certain students they will misbehave in the classroom because they have to make attention from the teacher. Teacher should give attention towards him and make a notice. That's why they will intentionally make the some misbehavior. Sometimes power means the no one can rule me, no one can more than me. So that type of unconscious perception by the students is also sometimes leads to the misbehavior. Sometimes revenge, sometimes inadequacy of the that particular learner causes the misbehaving in the classroom. It is completely studying the psychology, psychic factor of the learner, why they are misbehaving. So it is the application of this psychoanalytic concept in the controlling or managing the classroom. So this theory explains more toward the psychic aspect of the students. Then cognitive theory, this story speaks about the student's mental state and encourages them to look critically at their actions and the reasons behind them. The cognitive abilities of different students, what is their ability, and based on that ability, we should uh, uh, control or manage according to their cognitive level. That is, this theory explains the cognitive aspect of the learners. This is overall one chart. Classroom management, you can go through. Create a classroom rules with students on day one. Maintain the classroom rules routine schedule, but maintain flexible and leave room for fun. Even though rules and regulations are there, but classroom environment should be flexible. When students are engaged and excited about learning, less management problems arise. So when you have to when you are doing a classroom teaching and you are engaging the students also excited for the learning, then the management problems, less management problems will arise. The management will become very easy, classroom management. Then three key rules: use inside voice, wait your turn, raise your hand, and always have a backup plan. Get the students involved, have them take part in the designing and smooth running of the classroom. Create an atmosphere of respect in which each children feel safe, valuable, and want to take risks. So such type of classroom atmosphere should be there, where the all children feel they are self-respected, they are safe, they are valuable, and even they want to take risk. That type of atmosphere should be created by aware of all the school resources, whatever resource available at particular school or colleges or institute. We should aware all kind of facilities, resources available in that institute. Do not ignore any negative behavior. Don't ignore any misbehavior and small silly behavior also, because that will further increases and disturb the classroom. And create a daily duties routine. So these are the some things how we can manage classroom effectively. And types of classroom management. So basically, two types of classroom managements are there. Proactive classroom management. Proactive means it is the approach when the teacher tries to eliminate a problem behavior before it becomes a problem. It means the student know certain behaviors of students or learners may cause the distraction or disturbance in the classroom. Before disturbance only, the teacher will made some schedules, rules and regulations, and disciplinary methodologies to learners become restrained. So that's why the class will not go for the disturbance. It is the strategy before going the strategy taken before happening, before going the any misbehavior in the classroom. That is proactive classroom management. Then reactive classroom management means sometimes unexpectedly any event like any misbehavior and other unexpected events happens. Then to solve that problem with the already established or predetermined principles, we have to use that things to return classroom to a positive learning environment. A reactive approach is when the teacher deals with behavior when it becomes a problem in the classroom. Proactive means before, or it is a like we will do the some strategies before the any misbehavior or any unexpected event happens. But reactive means when the unexpected events happens, we will manage that event by certain predetermined principles. Then it is called reactive. Both type of management uh, will help, and most of the times the teacher should use this both type of classroom management, proactive and reactive classroom management. Then management strategies for diverse classrooms. In general, the there is a exist diversity in the learners with respect to their background, like social, political, economic, linguistic, cultural aspects. Their abilities are different, attitudes are different, aptitudes, interests, everything will different. So that's why it becomes challenge to the teacher to manage this type of diversity, different kinds of students, different kinds of behavior students to manage this type of diverse classroom is a challenging for the teacher, and that's why the teacher is also able to manage this kind of diverse classroom. So how to manage diversity? To manage diversity, the certain factors can consider in order to manage diversity, like make efforts to know your student. So each kind of student, their behavior, their background, social, emotional, or any background, you should know about your students, and maintain a working relationship with students. To consistent communication, with proper communication, effective communication, you should know your students and know their weakness, know their knowledge, know their strengths also, and according to that you should act and maintain their behaviors and controls their attitudes or behaviors. Show individual respect to each student. So every students will expect the respect from teachers also. So self respect should be given, as respect should be given to students also, in the sense that no student should not feel bad, so they also feel we are also having the self respect. So that kind of uh, factors will, if you consider this type of factors while managing the classroom, we can easily manage the different diversity classroom also. Then classroom management techniques and strategies. How certain management techniques and strategies are there to manage this kind of classrooms while diversity, different kinds of students are there. The first one is model ideal behavior. So the person who is teaching should act like that. For example, children or students will see around them, and the behavior expected out of them should be displayed from them to know from. For example, if I am telling smoking is injurious to health, but I am myself if smoker, then that will not impact on the student. So that's why what we tell in the classroom regarding our character, nature, or related to healthy diet, healthy lifestyle, if you are not following that in our life only, the students will not take it as a seriously, or that there is a no value. So become a model ideal for the what you teach in the classroom, and let students help establish guidelines. The students should also involve, as I told previously, to set up rules and regulations. The students also involved and uh, make the rules and regulation that so that they also feel they are part of it, and they are make feel more motivated towards the achievement of the set rules. Documentary rules, whatever rules and regulation you made, document it, and avoid punishing the class. Punishment should be avoided, as earlier told. Good behavior should be rewarded, so that when they are not behaving properly, they miss being rewarded rather than getting scolded after behaving badly. Encourage initiatives, offer praise, use non-verbal communication as much as possible. The non-verbal communication types you are learned in the communication, like gestures, non-verbal communications methods, makes the conversion more impactable. Always not use verbal scolding, telling. Some kind of non-verbal communications also most effective, more impactful in the managing the classroom. Build excitement for the content and lessons plans. Assign open-ended assignments. Consider peer teaching. So excitement content, give the good content, and make the good lesson plans that should create the excitement for the learners. Then assign open-ended assignments. Open-ended assignments means the give the questions or work like that, assignment like that. They also give their inputs, their ideas. So that type of answer further leads to the next discussion and continuation of that particular concept, and discussion will continue based on their answers. That is the open-ended assignments. For example, if you are giving some assignment, if the students are writing the assignments, they will also give their inputs, and that answers itself is leading to further discussion. That type of assignments are called open-ended assignments. Then consider peer teaching. Sometimes it is observed that students understand a specific topic better from their peers instead of the teacher teaching them. Oh, it means that sometimes some concepts, when their friends telling their batchmates teaching them, then the students will understand more easily rather than the teacher teaching them. So that's why arrange the peer teaching, give the work for all the students to particular topic to present in the classroom. So sometimes it will quite natural because their status, their mental abilities, their level are same. So the peers will understand better from their friends or the classmates. That's why sometimes it is good to the students will learn from their batchmates or peers. That is the that also you should consider while maintaining the this classroom management strategies. And define rules. So define rules, whatever your expectation rules, clear rules and responsibilities. So define rules, whatever thing are there, you should define and keep the these rules and regulations okay for all the students, and all the students should know what are the rules and regulation. Then consistent routines, the routine should be there, like that song as a rhythm. Then classroom is also like have particular routines, when class will start, when class will end, transition between these activities. The particular rhythm should be followed uh, to run the course smoothly and minimizing the distractions. Then positive reinforcement. Everyone loves good. Celebrate good behavior and achievements with praise, rewards, and extra privileges. So it boosts the morale and motivates the students, just like a scoring points in a game. So these theories or concept always giving the importance to the positive reinforcement. Then engaging instruction, keep the class exciting and interactive. Use videos, games, group project, hands-on exercise. No one enjoys dull party. So like that, if in classroom simply if you are giving lectures only by one method, the classroom becomes bore and dull. That's why different kinds of interactive, different kinds of teaching methods should incorporate. Then only the classroom will becomes uh, engaged, and the students also feels lively in the classroom. Then students responsibility. So students also manage their roles and tasks in the class, whether managing supplies or leading a group discussion. And the students should also they know their responsibility and act according to that. Then only the classroom management will be happen. Effective communication. So effective communication should be there. Be clear, direct, friendly in your words. So effective communication should be there to maintain the classroom management. Without proper communication, there is a no management of classroom. So that's why effective communication is very good. So that's why uh, that only ensures the perfect management of the classroom. What is the effective communication? We learned in the communication part. So communication should be a good or effective one. Organization tools, use tools and resources, keep things neat and efficient. It could be online assignment platform, or use a class calendar for a deadlines, or even a simple sitting plan. So everything, whatever thing you will do, you should organize the tools. Then conflict resolution, classroom can have some disagreements in the students, in between students. To solve this type of conflicts fairly and peacefully, we have some strategies. And uh, if you resolve conflict, then everyone should feel heard and respected, and promoting harmonious in the classroom communicator. Like that type of strategy we will use for the conflict resolution in any misbehavior or happened in the classroom. So BF Skinner classroom management theory, even though number of theories are there for classroom management, the BF Skinner theory is most popular one. It is based on the psychology. It is so that's why I have taken this theory. Just I will import highlight important points what this Skinner classroom management theory is. Classroom management theories will explain. So set a goal for behavior, determine appropriate ways to reinforce, choose a procedures for changing behavior, implementing said procedures and record your results, evaluate and revise as needed. According to this Skinner, PF Skinner, set the goals of behavior in classroom, determine appropriate ways to reinforce. Then choose procedures for changing the behaviors. What are the procedures we will adopt changing the behavior of student? Particular student is misbehaving. Then what are the procedures to change that behavior? And so that kind of behaviors. Then implement said procedures and record your results. Whatever rules and regulations, procedures you are doing, implement in the practically and record the results. Whatever procedures you have done, what is the effect, what is the result of that type of procedures to changing the behavior of students. Then evaluate and revise if particular type of procedure or method you are following to change the behavior or maintaining the classroom environment, that particular behavior of the students, then you should evaluate by this methodology, by this procedure, how many students change their behavior. So you have to evaluate. If that particular type of method or procedure is not useful, then you revise as needed. Then examples of positive reinforcement in the classroom. Direct reinforcement, it means when we do some good things, then naturally the good results will be happen. So these are the stated to be natural results of a good behavior. Social reinforcement means the encouragement given by the people around us. If you are doing any things, then the people surrounding us giving rewards and they are helping us to do certain things, then that is called social reinforcement. Activity reinforcement, when people get choose the particular activities they want to do, they are stated to be activity reinforced. So particular activity should be stated, I want to do this activity. Then if they are started that activity, to do that activity we give certain uh, reinforcement, then it is called activity reinforces. By this type of reinforcement they will start their activity, they will proceed their activity. Then tangible reinforcement means when students can touch, feel rewards they are getting, this is called concrete reinforcement. Means giving the medals, giving the certificate or any gift when the students are achieving, then they can touch, feel that rewards, they are keep their medals and cups. So that type of reinforcements are called concrete reinforcements or tangible reinforcement. Then token reinforcement, token type of reinforcement means these are points or certain badges or certain gradings we have to give one student on the account of their good behavior from the students. So it is not a it is like a giving points or giving the badges, giving the certain points, that type of reinforcement, that is called token reinforcement. So examples of negative reinforcement in the classroom. So immediacy, this means making efforts to realize the mistakes or unwanted behavior as and when it occurs so that student can find out what is unacceptable. So repeated uh, effort should be made by teachers as to students, it is a misbehavior and unwanted behavior. Repeatedly, बार बार टीचर को बोलना पड़ रहा है, this is the misbehavior, this is the unwanted behavior. So then only the students will realize this is the mistake. That type of uh, negative reinforcement should not be there. Repeated times, if you are find out in the misbehavior, then uh, we are telling the students this is misbehavior, that will not lead the positive learning environment. That's why this type of negative reinforcement should not be focused. Then frequency repeating instruction to learners till they learn to flow properly needs to be done get best behavior. Until and unless the students are not behaving properly, we are repeating the things. Don't do again, don't do again. So like that, the number of times we are instructing the learners till they are properly follow the instruction. Then consistency, one needs to be consistent with the behavior towards the students to avoid the confusion. So these are negative reinforcement in the classroom. Means the students are when the positive reinforcements are not working, first we have to prefer, we have the choose to make the positive reinforcement. We should focus on the positive reinforcement, that is identifying the good behavior and rewarding. But sometimes it is needed that to maintain the classroom environment good, some negative reinforcement should also be there. Negative means negative in the sense we are repeatedly telling the students for maintain the classroom rules and regulations. So this type of reinforcements we call as negative reinforcement in the classroom. So then certain question answers I have taken for better understanding of this classroom management. What are the factors that affect discipline in the classroom? So the factors that contribute the discipline problems in schools are social problems in society, influences of parents, authority, educators, the democratic participation in school governance, the nature of school structure, physical, psychological disabilities. So these all factors will contribute, and according to this the students or learner will behave in the classroom. And what are the problems of classroom disciplines? Also, what are the problems like disciplinary problems like disrespect, defiance, bullying, and aggression are the most common disciplinary problems in the classroom. As a dysfunctional home life can impact the student behavior. If some problems are there in home students home, that that is also leading the student misbehavior in the classroom. If they are not present living at the good environment, that is also impacting their classroom behavior. So that's why most of the times these are the most common disciplinary problems. Students act out in a variety of ways, impacting those around them and their ability to learn. Because of them, the classroom environment will be disturbed. The most common type of disciplinary problems are disrespect, don't giving the respect to the teachers, defense, what they are doing that is only correct. They will defend themselves, bullying, disturbing others. Bullying means disturbing the other students, and aggression. Aggressions means whatever things we will do, they are aggressively speak with teachers. So this kind of disciplinary problems will be there in the classroom. So how how we can control this type of disciplinary problems? How we can maintain the discipline classroom is there are three types of disciplinary maintenance. That is preventive discipline. The measure should be taken to prevent the misbehavior by keeping student engaged. That is preventive discipline means we should keep the student engaged, then no one can do the misbehavior. So students are engaged with doing their works or activities. That's why if we are keeping students engaged, then they are we are preventing the misbehavior in the classroom. There is a less likely to disturbing in the classroom because the students are very interested and they are listening the classroom or they are doing the certain activities. So this comes under the preventive discipline. If you keep the students engaged in learning, then most of the time we are preventing the mishappenings in the classroom. That is the preventive discipline. Supportive discipline means measures taken to assist the students with self-control by helping them get back on task. The supportive discipline means sometimes the students will have the certain problems, certain misbehavior or certain problems, but we are also helping them to going to getting back or getting on track. So support, we will support the student to maintain the classroom environment good or positive. So that is supportive discipline. Corrective discipline means measures taken when students are not following classroom hours. Corrective means if even though repeated instructions the students are misbehaving, then certain actions, certain measures we will take to control the classroom environment. Then that type of disciplinary actions we call as corrective discipline. Then how to deal with misbehaving student in the classroom? So this is very important to teachers. If any misbehaving of students happen in the classroom, how we can handle it? First, do not allow the behavior to continue. Avoid making it a class issue. So whoever is making the that misbehaving, you should point out that student only. Don't make it is a class issue. Be particular with that particular student who is causing the disruption. Avoid an argument or shouting. Don't argument with such students and don't shout for their misbehaving. Do not blame or ridicule the student or use a sarcasm. So don't blame and ridicule, and do not touch the student. So don't do the any physical harm for that type of students. So while managing misbehavior in the students, misbehaving students in the classroom, these points should be kept in mind. Then only we can effectively manage that kinds of situations. So behavior should not be allowed. Whether you can uh, uh, don't argument with such students and do not blame and do not touch the students. Then classroom management. So overall classroom management, how the classroom management will be conducted with effectively. So this flow chart will giving the overall idea. The classroom management will go smoothly only when the effective teachers, in effective teachers means rapport with colleagues, rapport with student, effective communication, self-discipline, dedicated work disciplines. These are from teacher side. From classroom environment, rules managing classroom, classroom interaction, classroom discipline, classroom infrastructure, teacher-student bond. These classroom environment and effective teachers. If goes on like this with all these factors, then only the classroom management will be good. If anything is missing from this part, then the classroom management will not happen. For example, effective teachers, rapport with colleagues. If teachers are not good or not uh, in the not properly not behaving with colleagues, their bonding is not good with colleagues, then the environment will be disturbed. Then classroom management will be not success. If teachers are not doing the effective communication, then also the classroom management is not successful. So like that, in classroom environment also, if classroom infrastructure is not good, our rules and regulations of managing classrooms are not strictly following, then also we can't manage the classroom effectively. So these are the certain things needed for the proper maintaining of the classroom. Then another one point in syllabus, that is a practical classroom management. So while practical classroom management, how to manage the practical classroom, I have shared one document. If you read that document, it will self-explanatory. Further in as this is higher education medical field, practical classes like clinical teaching in our higher classes, practical classes means sometimes we will make the laboratory classes. Sometimes the clinical teaching or bedside teaching is also considered as practical. So how to conduct the clinical teaching, bedside teaching, I have covered in the clinical teaching section. Please go through that. And how to conduct in the practical classes, how to manage, what are the things to should be considered in the lab. Everything is will be there in the that document I have shared. So please go through that. So this ends the this unit, classroom management. So this is the very simple topic. If you actually learned teaching support system, teaching aids, and clinical side teaching. So effective teaching learning methods we already learned. So based on that theories or concepts only, this classroom management is we should understood based on that theories only. It does not have any specific concepts. It is a overall management of that classroom, but it is very important to manage the classroom environment for effective teaching system. So this completes the this unit 3. Uh, so two mock tests are completed. So next, mock test 3 and mock test 4. So I will include all the syllabus in mock test 3 and mock test 4, and I will give 1 week for mock test 3 and mock test 4. Those who not attended mock test 1, mock test 2, I will reopen the test. So please attend the mock test 1, 2. Then I will upload the test 3 and 4 on the next Sunday. Then we will discuss anything related to examination. Till now, the exam updates are not available for the application and date of the examination. We will wait and we will see for the updates.